How do you improve promotional emails when you have multiple offers? Once your business grows beyond a single course or membership, a new problem shows up. You have multiple offers that genuinely help people. And every time you sit down to write a promotional email, you feel the temptation to mention all of them. The result is usually predictable. The email becomes crowded, the call to action gets diluted, and instead of increasing sales, you reduce clarity. This is not a writing problem, it is a decision problem. The core rule is simple. One promotional email should have one primary goal. When you try to sell three things at once, most readers default to doing nothing. Too many options create friction. Even if someone is interested, they are forced to decide which path makes sense, and that extra decision often leads to delay. You can mention other offers, but you must choose one main action for that email. That action should be obvious from the subject line through to the final link. The next layer is segmentation. If you have multiple offers, the answer is not to promote all of them to everyone. The answer is to send the right offer to the right segment. Segmentation can be advanced, but it does not have to be. Even light segmentation improves clarity. You can segment by interest, such as people who clicked on a specific topic. You can segment by behavior, such as those who already purchased Course A. You can segment by level, such as new subscribers versus longtime readers. When someone already bought your beginner course, sending them repeated promotions for that same course is inefficient. When someone is brand new to your list, sending them straight to your premium mastermind may be premature. Segmentation protects attention and improves conversion because the offers feel relevant. Now, let's talk about structure when you do have more than one offer available. A helpful framework is to choose a primary offer and a secondary path. The primary offer is what the email is truly about. It is the main call to action. It appears in the body, it is linked multiple times, and it is clearly positioned as the next step. The secondary path is for people who are not ready for that primary offer. It is quieter. It might appear in a PS or as a single line near the end. For example, your main call to action could be to join a paid cohort starting next week. Your secondary path might be a free training for those who are not yet ready to enroll. This way, you're not forcing a single outcome, but you're also not competing with yourself inside the same message. Matching the offer to the funnel stage is another major improvement you can do. If your audience is relatively cold or early in the relationship, lead with a lower friction step such as a guide, webinar, or workshop. If your audience is warm and familiar with your work, you can direct them straight to a paid offer. Think in terms of progression. What is the most logical next step for this group right now? When you align your email with their stage, conversion increases because the jump feels reasonable. Let's also address readability. Promotional emails perform better when they are scannable and decision-friendly. Your subject line should be clear rather than clever. Your preview text should reinforce the benefit rather than waste space. The opening lines should tell the reader who the email is for, what problem it addresses, and what to do next. Simple language usually outperforms creative language when the goal is sales. People want clarity more than entertainment when making a buying decision. Use links intentionally. Including multiple links in a promotional email is smart because it allows readers to click when they're ready without scrolling back up. However, all those links should point to the same primary action. Multiple links do not mean multiple offers. If you find yourself linking to different products inside one email, that is a signal that you need to split the message into separate campaigns. When you have many offers across your business, It also helps to build a clean rotation system. Instead of rotating by product randomly, rotate by themes. For example, one week could focus on visibility, another on list building, another on conversion, another on student success. Within that theme, you promote the offer that best supports it. Use tags and click behavior to determine what someone sees next. If they click on content related to course creation, that informs which promotion they receive later. For new subscribers, create a simple onboarding path that introduces your ecosystem and guides them toward the most relevant offer first. Finally, watch the metrics. Track opens, clicks, and unsubscribes so you can see what resonates. If click rates are low, the issue is often clarity. The offer may not be obvious, the audience may not be segmented properly, or the call to action may be buried too far down. Before sending your next promotional email, try this exercise. Rewrite the top of the email as a single sentence. This email is for blank who want blank, and the next step is blank. If that sentence is hard to write, the email is probably trying to do too much. Once you have that sentence, move every other offer to the PS or remove it entirely and schedule it for another day. When you treat attention as limited and clarity as the priority, your promotional emails become more focused, more relevant, and far more effective. I've covered a lot in this video, and it's important that if you want to make an impact and grow your business through email marketing, that you put this into action. So take one of the tips I gave you and apply it to your next email.